black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned. The men are recovering well from the attack, but they don't understand the danger they're in. My mother warned me never to make an enemy of a witch. Corvo, here to settle our debt. You understand, I won't make this easy for you. What is it?
Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below. Thomas finished his scouting run. When you've talked to him, I'll give you the latest word from inside the prison. Begging your pardon, Dowd, but I don't think it's safe to leave these overseers holed up in the refinery.
It's a new game now. They know where to find us. We just have to make them afraid to.
What happened at the slaughterhouse? I hear it went bad. I hear the butchers are coming for us next.
You should spend more time thinking about your form. Corvo's out there, Dowd. It's a matter of time before he's shook. What are you going to do when Corvo arrives?
He won't make it past the Weepers and the river crusts. The city's changed since he was the Royal Protector.
If Corvo...
Enough about Corvo. You should be preparing for Brigmore.
As you wish. Taking prisoners is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about.
You don't have to remind me. It's Billy's doing that the overseers found us. That wasn't Dowd.
Dowd should have caught it. And now witches? He's not the man he was.
Quiet. You're going to get us killed.
Dowd. Ever vigilant, I see. Are we leaving soon to Brigmore?
Interesting times, gentlemen. Overseers in the flooded district. Witches abroad in the city. Traitors in the ranks. I'd be nervous too. Then I'd remember who killed the Empress in Dunwall Tower and came out untouched.
This will hold while we're away. Anything short of cannon fire.
Let's hope it won't come to that.
I've made a mess of the access ways. I found Lizzie's stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Coldridge. We can use this. We'll get her out. And Stride will have to pay back the favor. We'll have our transport.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait? At your pleasure.
The men are recovering well from the attack, but they don't understand the danger they're in. My mother warned me never to make an enemy of a witch. Corvo, here to settle our debt. You understand, I won't make this easy for you. What is it?
Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below. Taking prisoners is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about.
You don't have to remind me. It's Billy's doing that the Overseers found out. That wasn't Dowd.
Dowd should have caught it. And now witches. I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated.
Coldridge. We can use this. We'll get her out. And Stride will have to pay back the favor. We'll have our transport.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. This should get me in the front door at least. Looks like I'll need to check in with those guards by the gate.
Overseer. So Corvo came through here, yet the gate still hasn't been opened. About time, Overseer.
Guard! Open the gate.
Prisoners who have been transferred from Section B will be observed for signs of infection.
This mask won't fool an Arcpylons.
Neither of them knew anything. They died to satisfy the Lord Regent's office.
And Officer Thorpe. Thorpe slipped in the key everywhere.
You're free to go. This is the ad. What happened here?
Is she strapped in right? Good. Doesn't look like much, does she? Come
Head directly across the yard and through the door. It's in the interrogation room. And don't forget, the rest of the prison is off limits. Don't get caught wandering.
This disguise won't help me if I'm caught in the... This controls all the cell doors.
Still crying about that dice game? I don't even shit.
Swords out, pick up their pistols. I'm a good shot.
How good?
I'm better than most of the people here. It's a fact. If I keep I can take the rest one on one. It'll be bloody, but it's doable. Just kidding.
I've got all your names. Morgan, Taylor, Cooper, and Wilkins, and Linden. They'll go into a science deposition. I've sent word to the Lord Regent's office. None of you understand what I can do to you. It's almost laughable, isn't it?
You'd have to
When
be
you
court.
think about it, you're signing your own death warrants. Let me out! Let me out of here!
He's the one making rounds on.
Lizzie's tried. She's in rough shape. I'll have to carry her out.
Personnel will stay clear of the interrogation room until the representative from the Abbey has certified it is free of any heretical corruption.
hesitate to kill their own.
You failed to appear for service on the day of Corvo Watano's appearance from... For gross dereliction of duty and the reasonable suspicion of treasonous conspiracy, I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire! Private Morris, you refused to pursue Corvo into the sewer complex on the day of his escape. You displayed cowardice in the face of a national crisis. For gross dereliction of duty and the reasonable suspicion of treasonous conspiracy, I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire! Private Morris, you refused to pursue Corvo into the sewer complex on the day of his escape. You displayed cowardice in the face of a national crisis, and I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire! Watch Officer Thorpe. You provided Corvo Watano the means of his escape, and have confessed to receiving both money and plague serum in return. For high treason, I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire! It's finished. Stand down. The Lord Regent asked to convey to you his personal thanks for carrying out this sentence. It hasn't been easy, but we can all take comfort in a small measure of justice being done. On the outside! Custody. For gross dereliction of duty and the reason...
Help me out!
Beaten but not dead. See that her wounds get attention.
It will be done.
All quiet, sir. Ready to go.
Let's go. Dunwall is changing fast. 6 months ago, Draper's War.
The textile mill used to run off a water wheel before the canal went dry. It started up again recently, and whatever the Hatters did to get it working has enraged the dead eels. They're fighting in the streets.
I'm stymied. I thought dragging it up out of the mud was the hard part. But I have no Then we got a shit. And what if it calls some eels, huh?
Think what could be.
Something for you. Might burn a little. Draper's Ward is our place now.
All these rats crawling all over everything. There's something wrong in there. Burning inside.
Dies.
Welcome to the Draper's Ward Salvage and Resale, or the Black Market if you'd prefer. It's Dowd, right? Recognized your face from the posters. Not that I'd ever say anything to anyone, believe me. I'd be happy to have you for a customer.
What are you selling?
Tell me what strikes your fancy. We're losing business. I understand doing what's got to be done. But Wakefield...
Lizzie kept to a deal once she'd made it. She weren't no cheat.
Exactly. After last night, I don't know who's going to buy from us. Huh. pass me by. All the others down with the sickness. I can tell... Who are you?
He's not as fun as Lizzie. Lizzie enjoyed it more.
He never drove.
He's not as fun as Lizzie. Lizzie enjoyed it more.
Even Lizzie never drowned victims in a sack. I can still see him squirming for air.
Yeah. How's he gonna top that?
There's the boat. Wakefield's probably keeping himself below decks, whatever I do to him. Will be a mercy compared to what Lizzie had.
Strip them of their jewels and set them on fire.
Wakefield sealed himself in the cargo hold of the Undine. Smuggling ships like this one often have a hatch underneath for dumping contraband if they get caught. Perhaps the Undine is no different.
Creepy feeling of being watched. I've had that a bunch lately.
Funny you ask that. I had this feeling. Eyes on me. I looked up on the roof of that building over there. It was nice.
Think this would work. What are they doing? smaller than I remember. Time to signal Lizzie.
Dowd, this is the second time now. I see something, or someone, out of the corner of my eye. But when I turn, they're gone. Someone is watching us. Lizzie Stride is assuming control of the dead eels now. She's ordered them to give you safe passage.
Your friend Edgar Wakefield set me up to be taken by the City Watch. And you followed him. Took his orders. But you know what? I forgive you. All of you. I'm filled with love. But only
Good to have Lizzie back. We'll be on the
Picked
rivers.
up anything good?
Go on, Chopper. And one up.
That piece of garbage, Edgar. I'm still living with his incompetence. He let the Hatters cripple the Undine.
Ship seems fine to me.
They took the engine coil. We're dead in the water.
What is it? Can we make a new one?
They don't make them anymore, not for an engine like the Undine's. We'll have to get it back.
The geezer still leads the Hatter gang, right? I'll pay him a visit.
It won't be that easy. There's a snag.
Always is.
We'll put in warehouses all along this street. When the Hatters are gone, we could be rich in 5 years.
If the plague lives, the City Watch doesn't throw us all into the river.
They've got bigger things to worry about. Heard about this mass killer? We'll put in warehouses all along this street. When the Hatters are gone, we could be rich in 5 years.
If the plague lives, the City Watch doesn't throw us all into the river.
They've got bigger things to worry about. You've heard about this mass killer?
Quiet in the city. Almost like it used to be.
What's the password?
Whalebone.
Come in, Hatter.
Sir, the Hatters are using the textile machines to make shrouds for the plague dead.
Now we know why they took the engine coil.
The man who runs the Hatters is more cunning than he looks. He can flood this place with a toxic gas. In time, it'll eat through our air filters. You may have to make a deal.
Corvo Atano with her. They weren't wearing no clothes.
Keep your hat on. I was just asking.
Just because Just because you're in charge of the gate, don't mean the rest of it.
What? Someone's messing with me. Oh, I'll find you.
Is anyone there?
Wakefield's miscalculated badly.
My name's Dowd.
When the water flows, the Hatter will behave themselves. As long as you keep your end of the bargain, Dowd.
Dowd. Look at the pickle I'm in. But everyone will die. Trimble's got good handwriting, which makes me distrust him.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her.
Supposed to be scary.
What will I do now?
kid. It's done. Good man. I guess you figured it out. You gotta kill me. It's out. What's the combination? God. You set me free, kid. 9. Chunk of metal and wiring. If this gets me closer to Delilah's throat, so be it.
What?
Chunk of metal and wiring. If this gets me closer to Delilah's throat, so be it.
What? What was that? Anything to smoke or eat? Blow off, Jaffa.
When the dead eels come across the canal?
Had her pride. Mine touched.
Here's a surprise. The job's done and the fighting stopped. Next you'll be running for High Overseer. Reattach that coil and we'll start upriver tonight. Careful with the coil! Plug it in the engine and we'll put this place behind us. You are an enemy source of adventure. Here's a surprise. The job's done and the fighting stopped. Next you'll be running for High Overseer. Reattach that coil and we'll start upriver tonight. You are an endless source of adventure. Please, the honor's down. Fire up the engine from the bridge.
The Brigmores were an ancient family, bankrupted a generation ago. Since then, the manor has housed 2 street gangs, a smuggling ring, innumerable rats, and the Brigmore witches. I'd always left them alone, but now a painter named Delilah had taken up witchcraft and formed a coven.
I scouted, sir. They've locked the front, and I've seen evidence of snares. Also, maybe it's nothing, but I spotted several statues of the woman Delilah. I don't know what it means, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
It means trouble. Anything else?
They're getting in and out of the house somehow, but I haven't spotted it. Sorry, sir. Best I can do.
Good enough. I'll take it from here. And I thought the flooded district was run down. And I thought the flooded district was run down.
Didn't you hear? something goes wrong, who will help her? Doesn't it worry you? You underestimate our great lady's resourcefulness. She is not. Not entirely. The statues. Of course, they're more than statues. She's put her... alone. Not entirely. The statues.
You have many talents, Dowd, and they've served you. Delilah's talents are quite different. She creates images, but she does more. She captures spirit. She insinuates her will into her subject, whatever it is. We're witnessing her masterpiece, and perhaps yours as well. I gave you Delilah's name, and you followed it to this moment. You see now what hangs in the balance. Emily's life, Delilah's ambition, an empire in the act of crumbling. In your long life, I've rarely seen you act with such consummate grace. I give my marks sparingly, and I don't play favorites. But I will watch this with unusual attention.
The Void? Time to see what you've really got, Delilah. Painted in the same style as Emily's portrait.
Emily Caldwin, daughter of Jessamine Caldwin, heir to the Empire of the Isles. I call out to you from the void. I call you with ochre from Morley, carmine beetle shells, zirconin lazurite, viridian bile. The tones of your flesh I tempered with Pandician chalk. The same loom that spun the fabric of your dresses made this canvas. I made my brushes from the hairs of your own scalp. Emily, you cannot ignore me. My power is too deep, my reach too long. Brush touches paint. Brush touches canvas. Brush touches void. And now I see you, Emily Caldwin. I breathe your breath. I can feel... what you do. The bright mornings in the pub. I feel the cold night air of the ruin where you sleep, and the stink of the river. Image strikes the eye. Eye touches the mind. Mind touches the void. I feel your love for Corvo Attano, and your lost mother, for your caretaker, Callista. I feel your fear in the night, your hunger to learn, to become someone important. My hunger too. My fear. You are becoming mine.
I'm running
We
out of
are
time.
nearly finished.
She's not watching the painting
Close your
anymore.
eyes, Emily. Sleep forever. Feel the void open beneath you. Make room for me. Give in to me, Emily. Give in to me now! Hate flows. Blood flows. Life goes. Out with the old, in with the new. You've lived in these bones long enough, sweet young girl. It's done! Goodbye, Emily Caldwin. Last of your name, gone into nothing. And welcome, Delilah the First, Empress of the Isles. It's over, Dowd. My reign begins now, and it shall not end! I feel the cold night air of the ruin where you sleep. And the stink of the river. Image strikes the eye. Eye touches the mind. Mind touches the void. Feel the love for Corvo Attano, and your lost mother. For your caretaker, Callista. I feel your fear in the night. Your hunger to learn, to become someone important. My hunger too. My fear. You are becoming mine. We are nearly finished. Close your eyes, Emily. Sleep forever. Feel the void open beneath you. Make room for me. Give in to me, Emily. Give in to me now! Hate flows. Blood flows. Life goes. Out with the old, in with the new. You've lived in these bones long enough, sweet young girl. Finished. It is complete. I am... What's happening? This is all wrong! What am I becoming? Outsider's blood? Is this some trick? Dowd!
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes. I have one more surprise for you. I asked for my life. When I killed your empress and took her daughter, something broke inside me. Now I want nothing but to leave this city and fade from the memory of those who reside here. I've had enough killing. So my life is in your hands. Make your choice.
You make an eloquent plea for a man with innocent blood on his hands. It's a shame Corvo doesn't know the real story, isn't it? How in these last days you passed through Coldridge Prison like a shadow, dared the tangles of Dunwall's underworld, and walked out unscathed, outwitted one of the greatest witches in a generation, all with consummate care and skill. How you saved Emily Caldwin, daughter of the Empress, first of her name, and no one will ever know. But how does it end for Dowd, the hired killer, the murderer, the savior of the Empire? It's up to Corvo now.